Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be doing some research on this product right here. It's called Simple Wi-Fi Profits, okay? Created by a gentleman called Chris and Andrew. They're a duo, super duo affiliate marketing team. You may have seen this page before, all right? And I'm going to review it. And at the end of this review, you can decide whether you want to invest into Simple Wi-Fi Profits or not, all right? So what is this program about, okay? So there are a few different pages. This is the simplewifiprofits.com page, but you've probably actually seen this page, right? So this is their registration page, and it basically says, you can get in for a training workshop and discover how to turn your spare time into a side income online business, which is pretty cool, right? And then they give you some of their results here. The thing that I like about this particular site is that they don't make any huge income claims specifically on the site. Now, they do show a lot of income claims once you're actually inside the training, but on the main page itself, it's quite dumbed down, right? It's really about turning your spare time into an online income, which is pretty cool, right? Now, you kind of log onto this. This is obviously a recorded webinar. It's not live, which is okay, and they will basically take you through the sales process, and at the end, you'll basically, get into this where you can learn how to create, $10,000 using your spare time, okay? Now, here's a couple of things that I want to say, all right, about this training is that, it is a little bit flashy when you come in. You've got the video of them in their sports cars and stuff like that, which is, pretty gimmicky. I don't think that they necessarily need to do that, but there are some online marketers that like to do that. Again, I'm sure these guys have created a lot of wealth and are very successful. So it just depends on what kind of style you like. Some people do like to flash their cars and mansions and stuff like that. So just depends on you as a user, how you feel about that, but I don't think that's absolutely necessary, okay? But that doesn't mean that their training isn't good, and which we're going to talk about in a second, okay? So let's break this down, and I've got it for you in a lot of detail here so that you can see exactly how this works, okay? So Simple Wi-Fi Profits, this is the breakdown, and then you can kind of figure out exactly whether or not this is the right program for you, okay? So the first thing that I want to mention is that, first of all, this program is 7 modules, okay? Very detailed, all right? And essentially to wrap up those 7 modules for you, they're going to show you how to find a problem, how to find a product that will match the problem, how to find an audience to share that product, and then you make sales. That's it, okay? That's basically what affiliate marketing is anyway, and you're going to learn how to do that, okay? The second thing that's really important to understand about Simple Wi-Fi Profits is that they focus only on one industry, okay? So unlike a lot of other general affiliate marketing trainings out there, they focus mainly on weight loss, because they've had a lot of success in it, and I think they want to narrow the niche down so that their students have higher chances of success, right? And so you can only sell weight loss stuff specifically, okay? So that's just to understand how it works, right? The other thing that you must understand about this program is that they focus on doing everything through Facebook ads only. Okay, that means this is a Facebook ads affiliate marketing training program specifically on the weight loss industry. So it's very specific, okay? So weight loss, digital courses, and you must market it through Facebook. Understand that, okay? Now, the price of this course is $1,497 one time, or you can break it up into 3 payments of $577, okay? So not the cheapest program out there, but also not the most expensive program out there. I've seen more expensive programs, but yeah, $1,497, okay? They have a refund policy, which is great, all right? 45 days, that's, usually 15 days longer than most people. But the way that they do it is that if you haven't made $10,000 within the first 45 days, then they will work with you in order to get you there. So it's kind of a caveat, okay? Because if you're failing, right, and you feel like you're not doing well, if you message them and they try and work with you for 45 days, if you breach the 45 days and you still haven't hit that mark, even though they're working with you, you're not going to get your money back. Just understand that. So there is a refund policy, but the way it's structured is quite clever, okay? And you might not really get your refund. It just depends on whether you're adamant about getting it back before 45 days or not, and that's your choice as a student, okay? So another thing that's cool is that they've got done for you campaigns. So they'll give you a lot of the templates and the ads and the products and the offers that they use, so you can just kind of replicate their success. Pretty common with a lot of products, okay? This is not special, but it's good that they have it, right? And I'll talk about that in a second as well, right? Whether that's really, really good or bad. And then the last thing is basically this whole strategy with Simple Wi-Fi Profits is to learn how to drive ads specifically using Facebook to offers, and then scale the winners and ditch the losers. This is a very normal paid ads type of strategy when it comes to affiliate marketing, and we're going to talk a little bit about whether this really works and what are some of the pros and cons with this kind of strategy. Okay, so again, it's not necessarily their training, Chris and Andrew's training specifically. It's really the more about the strategy, right? So let's talk a little bit about the pros, and then we'll go to the cons. Okay, so the pros are, first of all, it's decent training. Okay, so you get what you pay for. It's over $1,000 or $1,500 roughly, $1,500 training. So you're getting some decent training from two very successful affiliate marketers. Okay, so that's definitely a pro. Okay. The second pro is that paid ads, right, whether you decide to use Google ads or Facebook ads or YouTube ads, it allows you to scale fast, okay? So if you're looking for some really big results quick, then it's pretty cool, right? Because paid ads, when you learn to do them right, you can scale like nothing else out there, all right? The third pro, I would say, is that they have some done-for-you materials that will help you get quicker results, which is pretty cool. All right, done for you stuff. It has its time and place, I think, in a lot of marketing. And if you use it right, it can help you. But if you don't use it right, it becomes a crutch, and you're not going to be able to really do that well. All right, which we're going to talk about in a second. So those are the pros. Okay, here are the cons of the program that I see anyway. Again, this is just my personal opinion. Okay, so the first con is that they only focus on one traffic source. And Facebook is very, very infamous for banning accounts. This is a huge one, okay? So there are other programs out there that I've reviewed, like Commission Hero, right? Which are good. They're good programs. But the problem is that if you only learn one traffic source, mainly Facebook, it's actually one of the worst traffic sources that you can learn. It's the best and the worst, okay? It's the best because if you can stay on Facebook and you can do well, and you can make your leads profitable, then you can make a lot of money. The problem with Facebook is that if you build your entire business 100% on Facebook, that means that you don't have any other lead strategies, okay? That means 100% of your leads are coming from Facebook. What happens if you're generating 100 leads a day today, and tomorrow you get your ads account shut down? That means you go from 100 leads a day to 0 leads. You are screwed. Your entire business is gone, okay? And the reason why I bring this up is because I've been marketing for a long time now, 11 years, since 2009, and Google Ads went through this exact same thing, and in fact, Facebook has gone through the same thing, many times. They call it the Facebook slap, okay? And I know people that were generating hundreds of leads, spending thousands of dollars on these ad platforms, and when they got slapped, they lost everything, okay? They couldn't pay their mortgage, they couldn't pay their bank loans, they basically had to leave the entire internet industry, and that is what will happen if you're not careful and you don't, if you build your entire business just on one platform. Now, don't get me wrong, Facebook is great if you can stay on the platform. Okay, but because of their ad policies, they can shut you down for no reason, and they love shutting down affiliate marketers. They don't like marketers. That's the reality of Facebook, right? And it's getting harder and harder to stay on there. So if you can stay on, and maybe your entire lead portfolio is only 30% on Facebook, something like that, then that's fine because you have other traffic strategies, right? But because these guys focus so heavily on Facebook, if you build everything on Facebook, yes, you might make a little bit of money today, but what happens when your ad account is shut down tomorrow? You're screwed. Everything's gone. Okay, so that is a big con, I would say. All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that it's not the cheapest program out there. Not everybody can afford $1,497. And you have to understand that just investing in the program is just the first part. You have to be able to spend money on your tools to operate the business, which is pretty normal with affiliate marketing, okay? And then you have to spend money on ads, right? So if you don't have at least a few grand every single month to run your business, you're not going to do well with this strategy. Just understand that, okay? This is a strategy that is for people that have money. All right. If you don't have money, it's very, very hard to succeed with this. And I'll talk about this a little bit. Okay. So number 3, this is a third con. You must have at least, I would say, $500, if not $1,000 a month to start a proper ads campaign. Now, you'll hear people talk about this. They'll say, oh, you only need like $100 a month to spend on ads, which is technically true. But if you only spend $100 a month, okay, let's do that. 100 divided by 30 days, okay? You're spending $3 a day on ads, right? If you only have $3 a day to spend on Facebook, you're never going to get enough data to find out whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I hope that makes sense, okay? Paid ads requires money. All right. And if you don't have at least $500 to $1,000 a month to spend on ads, you're not going to be able to get enough data for you to be able to scale quickly enough. Okay. And then you're kind of wasting your time. So, yes, it's technically true that you can spend anything you want. You can spend $1 a day if you want. You can start with $30 a month on Facebook. But really, if you only have that little money, you're never going to see the success quickly, okay? Because you need to spend money to make money on paid networks. And that's just the reality of it. If you've done paid advertising before, you'll realize that very quickly, okay? So that is a con, okay? Because yes, some people can afford to do that. And if you can, that's great. But not everybody can afford to do that, all right? So just understand that as you're coming into something like this, okay? Number 4 con. The strategy is to scale the winners and ditch the losers strategy, okay? It requires deep pockets. Like I just mentioned earlier, if you don't have the right amount of money, you're not going to be able to find the winners and ditch the losers, because in order to find the winners, you have to spend a certain amount of money. You have to be willing to spend money on losing before you can find the stuff that wins. I hope that makes sense, okay? You can't find the winners if you're only spending $1 or $3 a day on Facebook. It's almost impossible, because that's not how ad platforms work, okay? You have to spend a little bit of money, right? Number 5 con, done for you materials. Remember how I said that they were pro initially? They are kind of a pro, all right? Because it helps you to get off your feet quickly. It's kind of like training wheels on a bicycle. But the problem is that if these guys have thousands of students, right, all over the world, and everybody is using the same done for you materials, that means you're using the same ads, you're using the same hooks, you're using the same offers, and everybody's advertising on the same ad platform, and everybody is in weight loss. Okay, so it's very, very narrow, right? Everyone's on Facebook, everyone's in weight loss, everyone's using the same ads, everyone's using the same copy, everyone's using the same offers, then everybody starts to look the same. And the thing about online marketing that you have to understand is, as soon as everybody looks the same, right, that is when saturation happens. And even though the online market is huge, but this is quite narrow, if that makes sense, right? And when people look the same, your conversions drop, and that could be a huge disadvantage for you and your campaigns, okay? Number 6, the other problem is, what if you don't want to sell weight loss? If you want to sell weight loss, that's great, right? But not everybody is passionate about weight loss. So that's the only thing I would say. If you're okay to sell weight loss, then it's fine. It's not a con. But if you don't want to sell weight loss, then it might be a con, okay? So here's the thing. So, a couple of pros here, a couple of cons. This is what I would say about this program. It's your typical Facebook ads program. All right. So there are a lot of other programs out there that are like this, where they teach you how to do everything on Facebook. They give you some done for you campaigns. And then they teach you how to sell digital products on Facebook. And generally speaking, these are the pros and the cons of these programs. It's not that it's a bad program, okay? You can probably get some decent results if you have money, if you can afford it, if you're willing to take the risk on Facebook, if you can stay on the Facebook platform, all right? And if you can do it long enough for you to find the winners and ditch the losers, this could be a good strategy, okay? But just understand that there's a lot of restrictions on this strategy, and that's why not everybody becomes successful with this, because again, you might have your ads account shut down. You have to be willing to spend a decent amount of money to find the winners and ditch the losers. And everything has to kind of go right before you can really succeed with this type of program. Okay, so that's my review of the program. It's not bad, all right. I think it's a little bit restricted in certain areas, but overall an okay program for a Facebook program, if that's the direction that you want to go in. All right. But look, if you're here right now, maybe this is the first time that you're watching one of my videos, and you might be saying, hey Aaron, it's not necessarily that I want to earn money specifically through Facebook and simple Wi-Fi profits. I just want to make money. And you're here because you're doing that research and you're trying to figure out what direction to go in. Okay, I've been online for a long time, 11 years, like I mentioned earlier. I've been through the good, the bad, the ugly, and I've reviewed hundreds of programs online, and it took me a long time before I finally had success. Okay, and the best way to really succeed is to be more flexible with your strategies rather than being very, very rigid. And that's kind of what I found. And so when I finally broke through in 2016, it was understanding the fundamentals of really selling good products online that made me a lot of money, right? So 2016 to 2019 was kind of like the phase where I started to do really well, tripled my old corporate income in April 2019, and I've been full-time since then. I've got hundreds of students all over the world where I teach them how to do affiliate marketing the right way. So if you're here and you're interested to learn how to Find good products, bring them through a very specific sales process, add value, get people to know, like, and trust you online, and understand how to turn $1 into $3, then I would love to teach you how to do that in one of my free training series, right? Where you can learn exactly how to do this. So if you would like to get access to that, I would love to teach you how to do that, right? So all you need to do is click the link right below this video. You'll find a little link right there. It's going to lead you to my website. Enter your best email address once you get on that website, and I'll send you a free training video directly to your email. So very important. Make sure you check your spam folder, because sometimes email, these days it just ends up in spam, right? And look, if you would like a Facebook training where it's in weight loss, where it will teach you paid ads, then go with Simple Wi-Fi Profits, okay? But if that's not you, if you're like, well, there are a couple of restrictions there, Aaron, and I kind of agree with what you say with some of the stuff that I was mentioning earlier, then maybe my training would be a better fit for you, okay? And you can check that out. It's completely up to you. No pressure, of course. I hope to see you there, though. And all you need to do to get access to that is click the link below. And I hope you enjoyed this review of Simple Wi-Fi Profits, and I hope to speak to you soon. All the best.